So let's do that. All right, let me share my screen. All right, can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Take this down. Okay, where shall we start here? I know many of you went over the video that I posted that we did last week pertaining, oh, there we go, pertaining levels. Does anyone need for me to go back and explain about the levels?
No.
Okay, good. So everybody's good with it? Pravant, what about you?
Yeah. So yeah, I can see the
No,
chart.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
do you want me to go over, did you see the last week's video?
No, sorry, I didn't get a chance to review that.
Okay, so I might go over just a tad bit pertaining levels and price action. They all coincide with each other. Khalil, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool, man. What's up?
Good, good. All right, so right now let's talk about levels. And levels are basically, in a nutshell, price action, where all stocks either revert back to that price or either move up or bounce from that particular price. So that's what it is. Levels are pertainingly be just price action. And how you basically dictate that is just what I would do. First thing I would do basically is just look at the daily. All right. By looking at the daily, or sometime, depending on what type of trader you are, if you're a swing trader or a day trader or scalp trader, depending on what you want to do, I can even go back to a weekly chart to see exactly, okay, what is this stock is telling me? What type of move or what direction does this stock want to go? So this story right now on the weekly is telling me, okay, it had a nice, ever since back in November of 2020, had a nice run up. This is Caterpillar. All right. And I'm on the weekly. So this story, what it's telling me is, okay, ever since back in November 9th, 2020, it had a big run up, nice run up until June 1st of 2021. After that, as you can see, it dipped. Sellers came in and brought the price down. Buyers was coming in, slight pullback. Sellers was still bringing it down. Buyers came in, sellers took it down, dip. Buyers came in, sellers took it down, and finally, sellers are taking it down to a level that basically the buyers are fed up. It's fed up. They want to bring it back to whatever price, the original price around 246 or some change. They want to bring that back. So this level, where it's at right now, is very important. Okay, so how I marked this, basically, I marked it because of these two previous touches. So if I were to draw a line from here, actually, let's say from here to here, as you can see, this was the original price action that went on. This was the original fight between the buyers and the sellers right here. It was still in an uptrend, but then the sellers took it down. But what happened was right here, sellers was trying to bring it back down a little bit, but then as you can see, February 16th is just shot up and it never looked back. But then around October, as you can see from here, October, the sellers brought it back, buyers came in, sellers brought it back down, buyers came in, and sellers brought it back down, buyers came in. So now this is the story. This is the most important price, or this is the most average price that I would.
They're trying to come in. Karen is trying to come in. Can
Oh,
you
she's trying to come in?
Yes.
Let me see. Thank you, baby. Where is she? Where is she? I don't see her.
So she said she can't come in. She said, is there a meeting ID? But I told her that we just selected join meeting.
Right. I don't know. Let's see, meeting ID. Where can I find a meeting ID?
She said it won't let me join. Is there a meeting ID? So I didn't see a meeting ID. I just selected join and it allowed me to join.
Right.
So
That
she
was
said,
the.
yeah,
It's not letting her go through.
no.
So meeting
When
ID
I
is
told her, she
Where's that meeting ID? It's somewhere around here.
372. I have it. 372.
Text it in the room, in signal room.
Room. Texting it right now. Paste. Okay, I send the meeting ID. Now if it has a password or not. There is a passcode to it.
Okay, send. Do you have that, Trevor?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
send that
I
also.
have it. That passcode.
Okay, there she is, right here.
Oh, she's in. Okay.
Yeah, she's in now.
Okay. That's good.
Karen. She in? Yes, she's in. Karen, can you hear us?
I can.
Awesome. Okay.
Good Lord, trying to get in.
Not a problem. So we're going to go back a little bit. So we're just speaking about the levels, which you already know about, but for the new people, I'm going to reiterate it real quick so we can move on. So to the new guys that don't know about levels, let's go back here. So this price action, as you can see, these particular levels, these are the ones that you have to watch for because these are very important. So right now we're at the price that either the sellers is going to take over or the buyers is going to continue that bull run. So this is what we have to watch for. Okay. So this is on the weekly. Now, if you go on the daily, it will tell you more story of what's going on from this here. If you click on the daily now, you're seeing a nice, another bigger picture. So you see how the sellers was trying to bring that bad boy above this 194.22 ever since back in January of 2021. They were trying to bring it back up and go higher. But what happened is, here it comes. The sellers are coming back in. For some reason, I don't know. Either they want to keep Caterpillar under 200 or something. I don't know. We have to basically do our research pertaining that. All right. But once you see this here, you can make a viable decision when it comes either to a swing or a day trade. Okay. The decision is, okay, I want to see now on the weekly, these were the very important levels, right? This is the power. I would say this is the power level, very important level, because if it surpasses that 194.22 or 195, it's going to shoot up back to the 200s, or at least around 210 or so. All right. So this is a very important one. But let's say if we want to go to a quick day trade or a swing, these are certain levels that you want to look at. So what I would do here, I would draw other lines. As you can see, this is a level. Why this is another level? Because the sellers brought it down, buyers came in, sellers brought it down again, and buyers was trying to bring it up. But what happened? Sellers took over. All right. Then right here, buyers came in and buyers brought it up. So that would have been a good trade for a day or two right here. And actually, Wilma, you got into this trade yesterday or the day before yesterday, right? Yesterday?
Yeah, that was a quick scalp.
Yeah. So you got into this. So you saw that level being broken probably, and you took a shot and you won. All right. So that's an important level. So right now, here where we are right now, this was today, August 2nd. So obviously the sellers brought it down, brought the price down. So what would your action be for tomorrow per se? Who would give me a quick answer that knows about the levels?
So either you take puts or you wait for a break of the level up, and then you take the calls when it breaks up. But if it doesn't break, if it retests and doesn't break, then you take puts. But
Absolutely.
if it retests and breaks, then you take calls.
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing. I wouldn't even go by this just yet. I would just basically skim it down one more. This is my way of setting levels for me and everyone else. So once I see this here, okay, it is in a down, it's probably going to be in a downtrend. We don't know yet. Anything can happen tomorrow. Certain earnings could bring the price back up. Certain news could bring it either up or down. So what I would do is I always go to the hour to see, okay, now I can see some little minute levels that I can go ahead and chart and set to see, okay, if this breaks up or bounces, whatever the case may be, I could go into either a call or a put. So now I'm in the 1 hour. What I'm looking at right now for a good trade, before any trade right now, I would see other levels. I would look at other levels right now. So I see one here. This is one here that we can do for a day trade. One here, and then one, I would say here. Why? Because you see, it touched that line here once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, about 6, 7 times. As you can see, it bounced from it, went up, bounced from it, and went up. And it finally broke through around July 27th. So now, anybody got a question?
I have a question. So, so I remember when you set in the levels for price action, it has to touch it at least 2 or 3, right? 2 or more, right?
No, say one more time. You're breaking up a little bit.
Sorry, when you set the levels, it has to touch the line about 2 or more, right?
Not necessarily. No, not when we're doing either scalps or day trading. Not necessarily.
Okay,
it has to break through and hold. For instance, this is a perfect example right here. You see how it right here on July 29th, you see how it broke through that 189.41, right? It broke through, but then you see the next candle, it held above that 189.41. And once it breaks through and hold, remember I always say it, once it breaks through and hold, either in a bearish or a bullish direction, depending on which direction it is, if it holds over anything, like I always say, anything over 150, we play calls, because I know for a fact, hey, if it breaks through, it's going to continue up. Okay, and the same thing with puts. You see here, August 2nd, you see how it broke underneath that 189.41, and it held, and what happened? It went down. So that's a very important thing that you have to set. Those levels are very important, and they will always go back to it. Stocks will always go back to the level. And once that level is reached, now you have to wait, either break through or break down. That's the only thing now. Once it meets your level, now these are just confirmation. Once it reaches your particular level, you wait. You wait. And I always tell people, wait till at least the second candle to either go for calls or go for puts. Once it reached that particular milestone, that level, that price range. This is all what it is right now. It is all price action. For instance, like here, June 24th, once, 2, 3 times it was trying to break above 189.41. And what happened? Sellers came in and brought it down. And finally, the 28th, June 28th, it broke through. It wanted to go higher. That second candle, it held. Beautiful. We would have got, I wouldn't have, well, since I'm in the 1 hour, I probably wouldn't have got in yet. I probably would have went to the 15 and the 30 just to see what was going on. And let's do that right now. So for instance, let's say June 28th, right? June 28th, everything was looking good. After this particular, once they hit this particular 189.41, let's go to the 5-minute, June 28th. What happened? June 28th. So for June 28th, 7th, right here. Okay, It was touching, it touched. And this is why the smaller time frames is very important, because it would tell you right away, hey, what's going on? The higher time frame, of course, is going to give you the directions. But if you want to do if you want to go ahead and set do a swing play or a day trade, these levels are very important. And look what happened. June 28th, 9 o'clock, 9:30. What happened? It wanted to move up, 189.41. It didn't. It was touching. Now, if it would have, the next two candles would have held and moved up, we would have went for calls. That's why a lot of times I would say hold, because I wasn't seeing the confirmation yet. Once it has confirmation as far as, okay, it's above or below this level, this is when we either go for puts or go for calls. But that confirmation has to be there. That no matter, I don't care if you look at trading ticks or whatever and say, hey, okay, calls are coming in or puts are coming in, doesn't matter. This is an indication, of course, where the direction will go. But again, market makers could turn the market around just like that. And this is why we definitely set levels and wait. Wait for that price action to either break this line, hold, and the next candle green will go in, or reject like it did here. Second candle, we would have got in from 9:50 on till 10:30. So about an hour and a half of profits right here, if we would have got in this particular call. But again, see how these levels are very important. They remember exactly what went on previously and how the market makers want to react to this level going forward. You see what I mean? So yeah, you can set levels all you want, but it has to have confirmation. It has to have confirmation. And that's all you want. Certain confirmations to have so we can go in fully on a put or a call. But these price action has to be met. And your levels, once you set your levels, stick to them. Stick to them like glue, because they are very important. Stick to them. Any other questions? Good? All right. So yeah. So this here, like again, this is all, levels are all price action. My thing, what I do on a daily basis or the night before, I definitely go to Trading Ticks and see what I can find for the next day. Once that occur, all I have to do is go in and set the levels. But again, we don't really do this anymore, because I want you guys for you to concentrate on your top 5 and scale and just basically concentrate and set your levels and to watch and to know exactly how your top 5 move. Everybody has their top 5, and whoever doesn't, I suggest you do so. It could be anything. It doesn't matter. It could be in the healthcare industry. It could be in the financial industry. It could be in a semiconductor industry, so forth, EV industry, energy industry, airlines, doesn't matter. Once you see 5 stocks that you love, that you would stand by, doesn't matter if it goes up or down. And there's some days that we do go into plays and it turns on us, like SPY. We love SPY because SPY can move just like that. We love Oxy. I love Oxy. I love CAT. I love Snow, Tesla. These are my go-tos right here. Okay, these, because I know they move fast, they move quickly, and we can generate income. We can generate gains in a matter of minutes or less than an hour sometime. We want to get in it and out, make a 20, 30, 40, 50% gain and get out. But before it happens, you have to set your levels. I can go in any stock, all these top stocks, and I have, forget about SPY. I have levels for SPY all freaking day. And as you can see with SPY, you see it touches those levels. These are previous levels that I've set months ago, and they're still touching it. SPY has been touching any particular stock that you set. Just keep it on there, and you can see, okay, well, it touched here and it went up. Okay, this is a good level here. From here, you can see that from July 29th until August 2nd. It touched it. It's tried to touch it numerous of times, but it continued to go up. So right now with SPY, let's say for SPY tomorrow, let's work on SPY. For SPY tomorrow, first of all, SPY can be tricky because if let's say Amazon, Google move or Apple move, it can move too. But that's why it's very important to even Apple, you know, to learn those particular levels, find out, and they kind of move the same. Kind of, I say kind of because sometimes Apple would move and SPY wouldn't move at all. Sometimes Google would move and SPY wouldn't move at all. Okay, but if it's accumulation of all of them moving, SPY will move. SPY will move. I don't care if it's earnings or whatever the case may be. If all five, the fangs that really moves, there's 500 stocks under SPY, but the top 5 can move SPY just like that. So let's go to SPY. Let's see what's going on with SPY. Any, I haven't checked. Any meetings, Wilma, for tomorrow or Thursday?
I haven't checked neither.
Yeah, I haven't checked it. Yeah, we're gonna check later on.
Let me check now.
Go ahead and check now. But yeah, so for instance, like here, if no news, no nothing, no meetings going on, what I would do with SPY is wait right here at that 408.07 level. This is a very important level because it tried to go down to 407, but the sellers came in. So what I want to do here is for SPY to close under 408.07, next candle, red candle, to close underneath, hold before we go into puts. Or this important level here is 409.50. Once SPY go over, like here, once SPY go over and hold over that 109.50, we can go in for a few minutes for calls and make some money and get out. The SPY can turn on you just like that. SPY can turn on. If you go to a bigger picture with SPY, SPY has been on a nice uptrend. But for what I see right now, it looks like a nice pullback. Actually, it's due for a pullback. Can someone tell me why it's due for a pullback? From just looking at this picture right here?
Oh, inside candle.
There's inside candle. There's two. There was the double top. It was a ascending double top. And
supply zone. Supply.
Yeah.
Is the
yes, the supply zone.
Yeah, it's hitting the supply zone. 450.
Yeah, it's right here. You can see that right here. So it's in that zone. That's what you have to look for. Right there. So right now you can see, hey, sellers might be coming in. We have to watch it. All right. And of course it's what, tomorrow's Wednesday. So yeah. So SPY has Friday. So SPY have till Friday to either move up or down. And it looks like it might move down because of course it is in that supply zone. And if, go back to the 5-minute now. You see when I set that zone up, see how I set that zone, and that zone is almost exactly what I said just a few minutes ago. So if we're looking for puts, we wait until SPY hits underneath this 408.07, and we probably can go ahead and get some nice gains for about 20, 30 minutes on SPY before something happens. We don't want to stay in SPY long. Don't want to stay. Either we stay for about an hour or two, or if we know something is going to happen the next day, we can do a swing. But if you want to stay in SPY for 4 or 5 hours and so forth, you're going to lose your money. You're going to lose your money. But again, you have to watch these levels. So let's say you're in a SPY play. Let me get rid of this here. So let's say we're in a SPY play, right? What next level do you think that SPY may touch that we can get out or move to? Let's say there's two. There's two we have to watch for. And let me show you those two.
Probably 4 or 5, 4 or 6.
Yeah. Golly. Come on, wait. right. So this is one, and this is a very important one right here. All right. So let's say if we get into play, SPY go down here, and it surpasses that 408.07. Then the next level right here would be 407.15. But the way we know SPY moves around, go ahead, Wilma, how much SPY moves per day?
It depends, 4 to 5.
On average, around, let's say $5 on average. Okay.
Yeah, depending on the volume.
Yeah, depending on the vibe. So on average, and that's another thing too, you have to know about your tickers. You have to know how much they move per day to get in a particular play, because you don't want to get in the play. You don't want to get in a contract that's way out the money, and you know for a fact that this particular stock won't reach it or won't reach halfway. So you're going to be stuck. You say, oh man, the stock is moving. Why I'm not making no money? Why? Because you have a, let's say HD, right? HD move okay. But let's say HD right now is around what? 300 right now. It moves, as you can see, it did only around $5 today, right? So
On a day, it would do $10.
right. So you would average it out. So you say, okay, if HD, if the next strike for this contract is 308, and then the next one is around 310, I would take the 310 versus getting something that's like 350, 360, because within that week time frame, HD would not go there. And then you're like, okay, well, oh, wow. And then every day, what happens? Theta will eat your money up just like that. So you have to be very careful. Or what you can do is go ahead and get a 2-week contract so you can save the money with Theta. And if it doesn't reach, at least you'll have time for HD to reach that particular level. So it's very important. So with SPY, here's what I'm thinking SPY may do, or if it does what I'm thinking about. So SPY reaches under the 408.07. I'm not worried about this too much. If it breaks down, my next level would be here. So that next level would be about 405. So that's around a $3 move that I would be happy with just to make some profits. Because the next important level is around 402. Now, SPY can do it, but I still wouldn't trust it. SPY can on a good day, and we've seen it. A good day, SPY will move $10, $12 just like that. But it's not always the case. So you have to be very careful. Once you know the average, what your top 5 can do, this is when you set your level and say, okay, I can stay for a while in this particular play. I won't be worried about this too much because, of course, this level right here will hit, and I know SPY will go down. The only worry level that I would be worried about, the only level that I would be worried about would be right here, that 405 level. So if it reaches and touches right here, you're good. Get out. Or again, for people, you need to know how to read the charts, okay? You need to know how to read the charts to see, okay, which particular candlestick formation that the next candlestick is forming. If you see a doji or something like that, you know for a fact it's a reversal, get out. That's the only thing I want you guys to concentrate, the doji and a shooting star. Who can tell me what a shooting star represents?
Isn't that a reversal too?
Shooting star, yeah, depending on it is a reversal on a shooting star. It's actually the shooting star, and this is a shooting star here. This is a shooting star, depending on if it's going up and you see a shooting star, a red shooting star, you know for a fact it's going to go down. And if it went down and you see an inverted shooting star like this, then you know for a fact it's going to go up. And I'll put some videos about different candlestick patterns for you guys. But the most important one that I want you guys to study is that doji. That doji is an automatic reversal. Automatic reversal, no matter what.
Within the first 1 hour candle of that morning, and that's how you know it's not going to stay too long. That put calls can possibly come in. The
Let's
first
see.
1 hour of 9:30 to 10:30,
Uh-huh.
when most traders get in that first hour,
Oh yeah, yeah. Sometime, yeah, you can see it.
I would see a big reversal and within that 1 hour time frame.
Mm-hmm. See it here, even here today at 9:30, big candle came in. The next one here was a doji, and look what happened. Went up. Vice versa, the previous day. So these dojis are very important for you guys to watch. I don't care what time frame that you look at, or if you're doing a swing, day play, or a scalp, these dojis will save you money. Don't just think, oh, okay, the buyers came in, sellers going to come in real quick because I don't see any type of big bar or blah, blah, blah. I don't see this. Okay, I think I'm safe. But then all of a sudden, boom, it just switched on you just like that. And once this happened, get out. Save your money. You can always go back into a play in the future if you see it stay like this. And if it didn't reverse, you want to go back in. If it hit a certain level, by all means, go in for a scalp or something like that, but not stay in. Once you're in profit, take that money and run. Take it and run. All right. So that's what I want you guys to basically definitely concentrate on. Concentrate on these levels, number one, and just read your chart. Go, if you want to go to the weekly, far out, I don't care. But just know exactly what direction that this bad boy or your top 5 is heading in. Once you do that, go to the daily, 1 hour, 15 minutes. I'll even go down to the 5 minute and set certain levels. Once I want to scalp or day trade, that's all I do. And these are these are accumulation of hours, dailies. I mean, I've gotten stuff. And you see when I set them originally, about April something. March 22nd, I've always set my levels and they do the exact same thing, even from here. See that? Went down, boom. Because these levels are, for some reason, is a magnet. These are magnets. All the levels are magnets. Either it's going to reject or bust through. And that's all you're waiting for. And you have to see these patterns. Double tops, double bottoms, okay? Supply zones, demand zones, you have to see them. Levels, again, demand zones and supply zones, those are levels. Those are another form of levels. A lot of people don't want to put these lines in and so forth, which is all fine. Like Peter loves zones. He loves the supply and demand zones. Once it reached there or break through, he will go into play. He doesn't just go into play once he see a green candle or a red candle. No, he waits for it to break through. Like, for instance, if I was going to put for instance, if I was going to put a demand zone or supply zone, like he would do something like this. And the only thing he would wait for is for it to break over and go for either calls or puts. That's the only thing Peter does. And he's good at that. You know, find your niche. But me, I love levels. I love going down to the nitty gritty and scalping the crap out of it. And once you do that, once you see where the stock is heading, all you have to do now is to go in like on a platform like TradyTix, or you can do it on Webull. Webull, if you have a level 2, you can see the calls or the puts that's coming in. You can see that. And that will be a valuable decision right there for you too. I don't usually use the level 2. I used to, but the screen was so small, I just didn't want to, just keep looking at my phone or the laptop a lot. I just set my levels, and then once it break through, I know for a fact I can go in. Either a call or a play, call or puts. All right, so these levels, once you set these levels, it will change your life. Ask Karen.
For sure, for sure.
Ask Karen, ask Wilma, okay? Ask Jess. Levels would change your life because for a fact, these are magnets. These are certain price actions. that this particular stock is heading to. And it can do either two things: break down or break up. Two things. Nothing, or of course, it would be a choppy day where it would just remain within that, 409.50 or 407. It would just be choppy day where nothing happens. Well, you definitely don't want to trade during that time frame. You know what I mean? But if it breaks through, second candle is either red or green, go for it. Go for it. All right. Now, this is another important indicator that I want you guys to learn and read about. I don't want you to use it yet until you understand what's going on. Let me go to a ticker that doesn't have a lot of. All right. T. Let's go to T. All right. What I'm using now is called a volume profile. Volume profile, what it is, it's basically an accumulation of calls and puts. And let me put it up, show you. What I use is called a session volume profile, and you can find it under the indicators. Go to technicals, volume profile, and there's a variety of them. But the one that I use is the session volume profile, HD. The fixed range is in a bigger picture, but I use the session for self-explanatory for that session, for that day. And it can tell you a lot. It basically tell you where the money is. So only telling you where the money is. For me, anything that's in blue are more calls coming in. Anything that's in yellow or orange, whatever you see on the screen, those are puts. So this line is called a point of control. The point of control is where the money lies and is where they're right now fighting for either to bring it up or to bring it down. And if I move up a little bit here on the point of control, you can see that the buyers were a little bit more in control than anything, about 55 to 60% out of the 100%. And what happened here? It took it over that particular point of control because the buyers controlled it now at this price of 1845 and brought it up. Okay, the volume profile, I would say it's around 80% reliable, because the only thing that it's really telling you is where the money lay, where the money resides. But we won't know yet exactly what happens until, and this is like another support and resistance. Everything that's dealing with stocks and charts are all support and resistance. Supply and demand, support and resistance. When you set your levels, support and resistance. When you look something like this, support and resistance. Even when you put your orbs in, support and resistance. Order blocks, same thing, support and resistance. So everything is kind of like support and resistance in its entirety when it comes to stocks. Stocks, crypto, whatever the case, everything has support and resistance. Even if it's going diagonal, support and resistance. So this is kind of like the point of control, what's called POC, is where, again, like I said, the money resides and where it's about to head. Okay, as you can see in the morning, even the previous day, as you can see, the sellers came in heavily and brought that price down until the next day. So this was yesterday, August 1st, and it was under the point of control, and it went down. Now, once that other point of control is set, and how is it calculated is I don't even know how it's calculated as of yet. I have to do more research, but it's calculated so well where it will tell you, hey, buyers and sellers are coming in right here. There's a lot of money that's popping in right here. We just don't know yet who's going to take control at what time. The only thing that it's telling you is they are trying to take control over this $18.45. $18.45 is what they're trying to control. Either bring it up to the 1855 or bring it down to 1835 or so. But once you see what's going on and how it works, you would love it. And that's how I use it on a daily basis. I only use it on a 5 minutes. 5 minutes so we can get in real quick. I look at the previous day to see where that point of control was. And if I zoom it up, if I zoom it in, as you can see, remember I told you the blue is the buyers and the yellow is the sellers. And you see how there were more sellers that came in, more money in puts that came in. What happened? It brought the price down, and it brought the price down enough where it was around almost $19, and it brought it down to about 1834. Sellers came in a little bit more here. Buyers came in a little bit more. It was a little war, and the next two from the middle, this is what I use. The next two from the middle, either up or down, I use that as my support and resistance. So I can go ahead and set something like this here, and I would just wait. Because I know for a fact this here is my point of control in the middle, and I want it to break. And once it breaks, either direction, I can go in for either puts or calls. And it's a very useful tool. Very useful. And if you can see, a lot of the top traders are start using the volume profile a lot now. And this is kind of like an old indicator, okay? And this is not an indicator where it drags and where it lags and so forth. No, this is set first thing throughout the day, because of course it calculates, and of course you know for a fact sellers already in the future, sellers and buyers, market makers per se, have already set the game up that day. So they don't really have to do nothing. But now what we're doing is finding out exactly where they are, at what price, we set our levels and just wait. And this is a good tool just to scalp real quick. This is a very good tool. You just set in the 5 minute, or even if you want to go down to the 1 minute and see where it is and scalp it. You can scalp this bad boy. And this is what we're probably going to use mostly for scalping and day trading now. So everyone, whoever needs more, I'm going to put some more videos about volume profile and how it's feasible for us to stay in the trade longer or get out. Once it's set over, once we have a stock that's over and it's over our support and resistance line, our little support and resistance within the day, then we know exactly where the stock is headed and how we can go ahead and make some money. And not only that, I want you guys to continue to use trading ticks. Whoever don't have, I have to get text. You have trading ticks, right? Pavan?
I use the free version. I use the bot on the Traditex Discord.
Okay.
I mean, it gives me like four times I can use it. Also on your Discord, I can use it 4 times. But
okay.
I think it's only 4 times on both boards for 1 week. I think not more than that. I can only use 4 times.
No problem. I'm going to set you up where you can definitely use it all the time, okay? And also, who else here? Khalil, I'm going to set you up. You have trading ticks?
No, I don't have that. I use TradingView.
TradingView, okay. I'm going to set both of you guys. We're probably going to do another call tomorrow just for you two. So we're probably going to, I'll set you up with this, how you can use it on a daily basis. You can go ahead and set and get the app. Go ahead and download the app right now once we get off the phone. And then I'll set you up with the information where you can just go in at any time and look at certain things. And this is what we look at all the time, Praval and Khalil. What we look at all the time throughout the day is SPY, okay? We look at the market dashboard, we go to options, okay? What we concentrate on right now is the net market, the market net flow. And what it does, it gives you a directional bias of how the stock will move. The white is the price of SPY. The green, of course, is the call contracts, and the red, of course, is the put contracts. And they'll tell you exactly, hey, how the stock is moving and what's coming in. And you know how so many times when Wilma say, hey, calls coming in, puts coming in, she's looking at this and she's looking at other features in here, but this one here is the most important one that I want you guys to concentrate for now, is to look at and see the directional bias of SPY, how we can make some money real quick off of SPY. And let me show you, it starts off every day at 9:30. It gives you a histogram also, a little volume profile here, the histogram of how the stock is moving. So for around right here, what time was this? This was 11:30. 11:30 here, as you can see, calls were coming in. Now, if we go to SPY, and we look at 11:30, see how the calls are coming in? And what do you see here? What is this? This candlestick.
The doji.
Doji.
Exactly. So at 11:30, calls were coming in, okay? And it predicted it. And what you see here, and all you have to do, once you see this, you don't make any moves yet until you go to TradingView and see what's going on. You don't do anything yet. Yes, the call's coming in here, but it may not be coming in here. Like the other day, last week, this wasn't working a lot. It wasn't working to its advantage, and we kind of messed up. Remember, Wilma?
Yeah, it was just stuck in one place. Same
Yeah,
put-
it was just messed up.
And I'm sitting in peace like, what is it going on?
So even before you enter a play, always look at what's going on the 5 or the 1 minute. All right. So that 11:30 came in, calls were coming in. You look at here. All right. That doji came in. And also it is above that point of control where more calls were coming in here. As you can see, more calls was coming in. This is the blue line. More calls were coming in. Boom. 11:30, 11:35, it's skyrocketed. And this is a perfect example right here. You see, this is another level right here. See how he's trying to break that level? It didn't, twice. It was on a downtrend. As soon as it opened, boom, it fell. It fell about until 10 o'clock, 10:10, it moved up. But sellers wanted to take it back down around 10:55 before 11 o'clock. Sellers wanted to take it down. And of course they did. But even if you take out that profile, you see my level that I set, they did not touch it. It didn't go down further. And then this bad boy came on the 5-minute chart, the doji, it moved up. But again, I would not take a call yet because see how it was trying to break previously that day? It didn't happen. I would wait until it broke over, and what it did, it broke over that 411. Let me bring it down a little bit. It broke over that 411. This was the point of control right here, 411.46. It broke right here. It held. The following candle went up. So from, let's say, a quick scalp from 12 o'clock until 12:50, about 30-minute time frame, those would have been profits right here. Just like that. Why? Because number one, you saw the calls were coming in here at around 11:30. We saw that doji around exactly at 11:30, just like it predicted, and we wanted it to wait. Now we could have took a risk and took that call. It was moving up. We could have took a risk, but for the people that's on the safe side and have their levels set and wanted to wait just a tad bit to break, by all means do so. But we could probably took a risk here, which would have been a viable risk. And we probably made that's between around 30%, 20% between if we would have got in here from if we would have got in around 409. It doesn't matter as long as we make the money. A lot of people are conscious enough to wait, but there's risk takers like myself, like Karen, like Jess and Wilma, we'll take that risk here because we know for a fact what this means. And if it's long like this, we know for a fact that it's a strong reversal. So we could have took the call right here and went for it. And I think, Karen, this is when you called it out, right? This is when you did the the paper trade?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, this is when she did the paper trade. So she took a risk, and if she would have got in, that would have been a nice profit right here, about 30% here within from 11:30 till about 12:30. 1 hour of good gains right here. Or it reversed on us before, again, it reached this is a level. It didn't want to go over 412 for some reason. It didn't want to go over it. Fine with me. As long as we initiated the first contact of calls right here until here for about an hour, 45 minutes, it would have been fine with me. And what happened after that? That bad boy just shot down. Just like that. And this is the reason why we don't stay in SPY for more than probably 30, 45 minutes. The SPY cannot make up its mind at all. We see an opportunity either for calls or puts, we take it. 20 minutes in, get out. If you're in 20%, 30% profit, get out. Just like that. But again, set your levels, look at your stock, learn your stock, know what the hell your stock is doing, know how to read the chart, learn the story that your ticker is telling you. There's a story. Going to the weekly, there's a story. You have to know what the story entails. Once you read the story, you can make the viable decision on setting up certain levels, beating those levels, wait until those levels are met, hold. If you see more green candles, to go in for about 30, 40 minutes and just do your thing. All right. There's other, for the new guys, there's other indicators that I want you to learn, but we're going to start off slow. And right now, just practice on getting those levels correct. Once you get those levels correct, and this is how I want everyone to start trading. I want, before any indicators, I want you to know what's going on with your stock. What's going on with your ticker? I want you to read it to see, hey, on what day does this bad boy move the most? On what particular day? And there are days, there's actually certain days that SPY can move like crazy. There's days, like probably tomorrow, you want to see SPY move, tomorrow and Thursday, and sometime Friday. But tomorrow and Thursday, you want to see SPY move and run one direction for most of the day. So there's days that your ticker can move in one direction without worrying about anything else. But you have to know, you have to learn, go back, just go on a weekly, go on your weekly or even on your monthly and see, hey, okay, every week, and these are weekly candles. These represent, the candles represent weekly. See what's going on. Okay, every week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, this is what's going on with, HD or Oxy or CAT or Snow or, NEO, LCID. You just have to know what's going on with your stock. So that's what we're going to practice on. Khalil and Pravar, that's what we're going to practice on this week for you guys. All right?
All right,
Sounds
good.
good. Sounds good.
All right. Any other questions before we leave?
Hey, is every Tuesday a meeting, or this is just something you just put together?
I'm going to make it every week now. Probably every Tuesday. I'm going to definitely do it every week for you guys. I just want you guys just to know this bad boy like the back of your hands. like Wilma and Jess, these two ladies and Karen, these two ladies came to me with little to no experience in stock, and now they just hammering it. They just throwing out calls, and those calls are manifesting right now, and I love it. Like today, I didn't even really post out any plays, and you see Jess, and you see like the other day with Jess, oh, she was killing it with Zom and all of them. Wilma, she's killing it every day. Even Karen, like today with SPY, all of their calls, actually 90% of their calls has been manifest to making money. And the only thing that they did was listen, read the chart, study their charts, and go for it. And I got Yavika now. She would inbox me whenever she wants, and I'm free 24 hours a day. I'm available 24 hours a day, whatever you want. Well, not 24 hours a day, but I don't go to sleep probably until like 1, 2 o'clock every day, because I'm either studying or some things. But people have inboxed me or DM me and asked me, hey, is this good? Isn't this good? And I would get up from my bed, get on my laptop, because I don't really do a lot of trading, charting and stuff like that on my laptop. I'm sorry, on my phone, because I really can't see the bigger picture. So if I would be busy, like the other day, Yavika, I was like, hey, I'm on my way home. And she texts me, inbox me. It's like, hey, I want you to look at this particular chart. And I was like, give me a minute. I'm on my way home from, I think I was at dinner or something like that. I'm on my way home. As soon as I got home, I got undressed, got everybody rest to bed and everything like that. And I came online, checked out the ticker that she wanted me to look at. And I answered her. So any questions that you guys have, by all means, please let me know. All right. And you can even post it in a room. Like I said, we got Wilma, we got Eldora, we got Karen, we got Jess. These ladies will answer your question. They have the answers. Trust me. If I'm not available, they have the answers. All right. So yeah, I will definitely make it a weekly thing. I used to do it weekly. Then I did it like every 2 weeks and then every monthly, but I'm going to go back to the weekly and get you guys situated enough where you guys can make your calls. You guys can make your own decision because you studied your top 5. And that's all I want you guys to do. You'll have no problem with trading. No problem. I'm not saying I'm like guru of trading and so forth, because every day we learn things. Okay, every day we learn things, but I can tell you for a fact, once you know your tickers, you don't have to follow. Like for me, the reason why I have all these tickers, because majority of the time you guys play it. So if you guys would ask me a question, I would just easily just go right here and just look at it for you guys and give you an answer,
There's someone in the group that trades Tesla every day.
Who's that's iGod, right?
Yeah.
iGod, yeah.
Literally every day.
Every day, Tesla. And there's the other one too. He trades SPX. That's all he does. SPX.
Oh, yeah, that's profit over everything.
Yes, SPX. That's all he does. He doesn't look at anything else. SPX. That's it. And people, there's people that do that. I know people that just trade SPY alone. They don't have no other ticker on TradingView but SPY and futures. That's it. Everything else is obsolete to them. This is all they concentrate on, SPY. They eat, breathe, shit, SPY. Like iGod, all he does is Tesla. The other guy in there, all he does is SPX. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, hey, just the top 5, but if you have one ticker that you want to play all the time and win, either in a bullish direction or a bearish direction, by all means, stick to that one stock. Because for a long time, SPY was just my money. That's it. That's all I played was SPY. 90% of the time, I was used to playing SPY until the pandemic. And then until I started this group, and I had a lot more people that wanted to ask me questions about certain certain stocks, and that's it. And I chose to look at other stocks. Now these here are my tops. All right, but then over here I have others and stuff that I look at. The only reason why I look at them and chart them is for you guys. Like I have a semiconductor section, and some people play Dell. Some people play INC. I remember when we used to play bank a lot. Financials. Bank of America used to make us money. You know what I'm saying? Bank of America used to make us a lot of money. A firm used to make us some money back then. Remember when we used to do healthcare? Remember PFE? PFE.
Yeah, PFE.
PFE we used to make
Love
money on.
PFE.
PFE. Like Jess, I know Jess love Neo, Ford, LCID. So this is Jess section right here in XPEV. So I know Jess goes right here, and I have energy here for you guys. Nike, I know Wilma love Nike. So I have Nike here. If Wilma want to ask a question, I can just go real quick here, chart it up for Wilma. And if Wilma's talking in the right direction, I'm like, yo, let's go for it. But for me, my majority of my calls will be right here. My plays right here. And Snow has been one of my favorites lately. Snow has been one of my favorites. Because this bad boy moves on a daily basis, it moves. So yeah, if you want to pick one stock, by all means do so. If that's your winning edge, please do so. And don't even worry about what we post in the room. Just concentrate on that one stock that you want to make money from. By all means, do so. All right, but if you want to pick your top five and chart them. Especially for the new people, I would say just pick two. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just pick two. Pick two, chart it, make money. Even post some calls. If it's going the right direction, we'll go in with you. I always go in with you guys. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. I always go in with you guys. Jess, we made a killing. Zom, Jess, I wasn't even thinking about playing Zom for earnings. And Jess said, hey, I'm going into Zom. I was like, shit, fuck it. Let's go into Zom. And we made money in Zom. Just like that. Wilma posts Snow. Wilma posts this. I will go into it. It doesn't matter. But we learn from each other, and we are here for each other. And this is why I separated just this group versus the other group, versus the Discord. Because for the people that want to learn, they will come to me and say, hey, I want to get better. You know, I don't push myself out there. I don't know the last time I posted mentorship group for $20 or this and that. I don't do that anymore. I just show and prove. I make sure the people that I help make money. That's it. And that's what I'm here for you guys. So any questions, please, by all means, ask the group. Ask me, we'll get the answers for you, and we'll get it done together. Even if we go into a play, option play, a earnings play, and it doesn't make money, okay, we learn from that. Let's move on. I'm never going to say, oh, damn, Jess, damn, why'd you get into this play, blah, blah, blah. Fuck all that. We all make mistakes. If we lose, we lose. But if we win, we won't be happy. There's days like last week, we were winning like crazy. Every day we were winning, and we're going to keep that. We're going to keep that same momentum, same energy. All right. And speaking of energy, I think energy is going to blow up tomorrow. Yep. I think energy is going to fly tomorrow. XLE look real good. And here's the reason why real quick. This was a level that XLE broke. And I think is going to have a nice little pullback back to the about $75 range, $75.33 before it moves back up. So let's look out for energy tomorrow. All right.
That marathon's got earnings.
Oh yeah, who said MRO? MRO earnings tomorrow?
Yeah.
What MRO looking like? Damn, I didn't play MRO for. This is the last time I played it back in May. The ascending wedge here, it didn't go through and it fell. You see how when you read your charts, you can tell what's going on. This is a couple of months ago here. This is a couple of months ago. I haven't played that bad boy since. So you can chart it however you want once you learn the patterns and go for it. But yeah, so earnings tomorrow. When? Before or in the morning?
I don't know.
Oh, marathon. Shit. Wait, hold on. Damn, I think we missed it. Oh, marathon.
It says 8-4
Oh, 8-4?
at 9. I think it's in the morning, 8-4.
Wait, it's not showing.
I'm looking at Weeble. For some reason, Weeble been having the wrong dates.
Yeah. Hold up. Marathon. Not
Because
seeing it.
Starbucks was today, and I'm like, why do they have the 3rd?
It says 9 a.m. Yeah, 9 a.m.
Oh, 9 a.m. Oh, shit. We missed it. Fuck.
For Wednesday.
No. Wait a minute.
No.
Wednesday.
That's a Thursday.
Oh, Thursday.
No, because I see Marathon Oil Wednesday
I
after
know.
close.
Weird.
That
Which
is
one
weird.
you using? The Whispering?
Yeah, I'm looking
Lucky
at
Beat
Whispering.
says the 4th at 9 a.m.
Let me go into their website. We're gonna go to Marathon website and look at it.
I don't know,
Because
it's all over the place.
says it's on the 3rd, and they reported earnings today. I don't know what happened.
Wow.
Weird.
Oh shit, Lucid is tomorrow too.
Yeah,
LCID.
Lucid is tomorrow.
I think Lucid might beat it. I think might beat it because that's the only Tesla and Lucid are the only two car makers, EV makers that's really kind of like making some noise. I don't know what's going on with Neo. Neo go up, go down, Neo this. I mean, but Lucid I've seen for the past, ever since this year, I've seen about 20 Lucid cars in South Florida.
Wow.
And I haven't seen not one Neo anywhere.
But Neo is not in the States.
It should be. It was promising to be here. It had orders actually to be in the United States. I think it had like 500,000 orders.
I haven't seen any Lucid yet on the road.
I think I posted a picture a couple of months ago when I saw Lucid. I posted right in front. I was like, oh shit. And it's so fly. It is.
Because I've seen it in person in Boca. They had the
dealership.
they were taking the pre-orders.
Okay. So yeah, we'll look at Lucid. We'll see what matter of fact. Let's look at CID.
It was bullish today through the intraday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they
And
just
I miss
opened
all
the
that money.
dealership in Boston.
Huh?
I missed all that money. I got out.
Oh, you got out? Oh man.
I got out my
And
swing.
look at that doji. Look at that doji on Monday. Oh,
It's so early.
Oh man. Let me see throughout the day. Oh yeah, it did. See that level of 1770? See what it
They
did?
break the level and then I got out. I'm like, what? What am I doing?
Oh man.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll watch Lucid tomorrow. We'll see how what the contracts is. Let's see what Lucid did. If any contracts came in today. Lucid. Ooh, a lot for 8.5. Wow, all green. So this is a good sign. Let's see, Friday's 3 days from now. So yeah, it looks like the price is gonna go up. You see how that bad boy? This is a net flow for the next until Friday. So it looks good. Let me see the calls. $8.5. Oh, the volume wasn't okay. Only 172,000 in premiums.
I
Open
played
interest.
the 22.5 calls today. The strike price 22.5.
Mm-hmm.
They had I mean, it had a good range. It went from like 16.16 to like 20.25, 0.27.
For Lucid?
Yeah, Lucid.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
22.5.
Okay. So it looks promising. Let's see.
A lot of the money call. Too far.
Yeah, a lot of monies are kind of far, but you see this here, the 8.5. It looks like a lot of calls came in today for that. So we might look at that in the morning and see what it does after 10 o'clock. So if we can get a quick scalp in or day trade, or Lucid? Because I'm seeing the 30, let's see, 17. They're like the $20 range is the optimum strike. 20.5 is the optimum strike range. And right now it's sitting at 19. It closed at $19.70. So we might have a chance tomorrow if it doesn't move up so quickly. So Jess, this is your baby. Let's watch it so we can go in.
No problem.
All right, guys. I want to thank you. Let's make
You're
it happen.
welcome.
Let's start charting. If the new guys, just go ahead
Thank you.
and chart.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead and chart 1 or 2 tickers tonight or tomorrow, and let's go for it. All right.
Good.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. Have a great night now. See you
Good
tomorrow.
night.
All right. Good night.